Historic preservation tax credits have proven to be an effective incentive across the state and the nation in promoting the stewardship and preservation of significant historic resources. Rehabilitating historic structures not only reinforces a community's authentic character, but it can increase property values and is the ultimate form of recycling and sustainability. Property owners throughout Anne Arundel County are taking advantage of this local incentive program. Miles Conway is the owner of Friendship Antiques and Vintage Collectibles. His store is housed in a historic building known as the Friendship Parsonage that was built in 1806 as the first post office in Friendship. It later served as the parsonage for the local Methodist Episcopal Church.
Well, the tax credit helped me with the siding work that was done on the building. The siding that was on it, some of it was still original siding, and it just couldn't be worked and painted any longer, and it needed to be replaced. The tax credit program really was kind of the icing on the cake. It helped me financially. It makes you feel good to know that somebody else appreciates the history. Well, to me, the preservation easement was a bonus. I've had old properties in New Orleans and in Iowa, and I know sometimes people hear the word easement and it kind of concerns them that, oh, I can't do this with my property, I can't do that with my property, it's going to restrict me. But if you have a historic property, your goal is going to hopefully be preserving it and continuing that history. For me, financially, it made a big difference. The money that was returned to me on the property tax, I can use that money for something else on the building. It's just a win-win situation. I just don't see how somebody that has a historic property and wants to do the right thing by it would not take advantage of it.
Located in Jessup, the historic property known as Trusty Friend is now part of the Elms at Shannon's Glen apartment development. The home was built in 1870 and is one of 3 remaining Italianate villa-style homes in Jessup. Elm Street Development purchased the property and rehabilitated the building to serve as the community's clubhouse and leasing office.
From the get-go, we always envisioned that the building would be the center focus of the community. We met with cultural resources early on at Anne Arundel County and essentially planned our entire community around the historic house itself. As part of the overall restoration, there were several components to rehabbing the house. What we really focused on was really preserving its original look and feel, but there were several critical pieces. The first that comes to mind really involves the windows of the house, and there's a couple pieces to that. One was just restoring the original wood windows and making them look aesthetically pleasing. The other piece is that we have a very prominent cupola that is really the central focus of the house. So it was critical to us to rehab that and get it back to its original shape. Another key feature was the exterior siding. Over the years, there had been aluminum siding added to the exterior and really took away from the original feel of the home. Bringing that back to its original feel and look, I think was critical to the rehabilitation of the house. I think that the historic house is certainly an asset to the community. One of the unique things about having the historic house here as a centerpiece is we've been able to save the view shed from Maryland 175, which is very unique, not only for folks that live in the area and appreciate the house, but also for folks looking for an apartment. It's really a nice marketing window and entrance to the community. Absolutely, there's a lot of product out there, particularly in the apartment arena. And I think having a historic home that's been here almost 200 years really gives a unique feel and entrance to this community and helps it stand out. I would certainly recommend the tax program to other developers and folks working in Anne Arundel County on redevelopment projects. If you're going through the effort of preserving an older structure, it's a nice added financial benefit at the end of the project to be able to offset some costs with a tax credit. Furthermore, the process is straightforward and easy to work through, and I think it's just very convenient and a nice added benefit at the end of the day.
The historic tax credit is available for both residential and commercial properties. To find out more information about the program and your property's eligibility, visit the Cultural Resources Division website or contact our office.